Yesterday I deleted some videos of my YouTube channel because I received a community guidelines warning, or kind of one of my videos was taken down temporarily. So I had to, or I was able to appeal it and like kind of write a small text about why this doesn't violate community guidelines. And then after this was checked, it was reinstated. So the video was put back up. And this has happened to me one time in the past, and in this past event, the video was then months later again, so the same video which I had appealed and of which the appeal was granted, was then again kind of detected to be violating community guidelines, and then it was deleted and I couldn't appeal it. So, and then I received a warning. So, and this time I thought, well, I don't want to have to like deal with this, so I will just delete videos. So I will just delete the video which was kind of detected, and also some others. And yeah, so I just don't have to deal with this stuff. And I know that these videos, like all of my videos, don't violate YouTube's community guideline warnings because, well, I can think and I don't intend to violate them. And like, right, so I kind of know the guidelines, and like, yeah, what else can I say? I can think and I can like reflect my own stuff, right? So I just want to make this video to kind of share this. And also, I mean, the bigger point here is, of course, that YouTube is a centralized platform and they can do whatever they want, and that's fine. Like, they have algorithms, they have AI, they have, I guess, people sometimes also checking stuff. So they can do whatever they want, and that's fine and good. But you kind of have to, if I don't want to have to deal with this kind of stuff, which I don't, then I kind of need to, yeah, think about what I'm gonna put on YouTube and what not. Because, again, it's not that I intend to violate community guidelines. Of course not. Obviously not. And I mean, I agree with their stuff. I mean, I agree with these guidelines that the things they say is not good, that they aren't. But it's, at some points, like with some topics, it's really a issue of how do you say? Of interpretation is what I want to say. The word slipped my mind. Of interpretation. So it's how you interpret them. And if they get automatically checked by some algorithms, by some AI, this interpretation can sometimes go wrong. So the AI can detect something and detect a false positive, as to say, right? And I don't want to deal with this stuff, honestly. So I will just not put stuff on YouTube anymore that I think may be able to be interpreted in such a way as to violate these guidelines, right? So yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. And so, of course, I mean, within like kind of the free software space, it's kind of, I mean, centralized platforms are kind of, you know, I mean, they're centralized platforms, right? So, and of course, the best decentralized thing there is, at least in my opinion, is email. So if you go to my website, you can scroll down on the main page, and there's this kind of form for my quote-unquote newsletter, and you can put in your email here, click subscribe, and I will receive your email. And then whenever I publish something, whenever I publish a newsletter, quote-unquote, I will send it to you as well. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's a newsletter, right? So, I mean, really, it's just a list of email addresses to which I send emails, right? And I much prefer this over RSS. I've made a video on that in the past, but to summarize, RSS is it is a mechanical kind of protocol, right? So RSS feeds get created automatically, and you receive notifications from your RSS program automatically. And this, I also think, is not that good, because, I mean, if I were to have an RSS feed for my videos, I mean, sure, I could do this, but I don't want to notify, like, okay, maybe videos is a bad example because of YouTube and YouTube subscriptions, but let's say articles, I don't need to notify everyone when I've written a new article. For some, I do. For example, for Beyond Free Software and Revolt Against the AI World, I send out a newsletter, because for these, yeah, I thought it was appropriate, but for the others I didn't. I mean, I haven't had the newsletter for that long anyways, but, you know. So, and yeah, because of this, I prefer newsletter. I prefer just sending emails or sending notifications when I feel like it, and also writing something in these notifications, because with RSS you also don't get the chance to do that. You don't get a like space to write about, to kind of have a meta description of whatever you created, right? So you may publish an article, and in the RSS feed, the viewer who has subscribed to the RSS feed may see, oh, there's a new article, and may see a like maybe even a short description of the article itself, but you as the author cannot add anything to that, right? So maybe why you wrote this article, or something that's not in the article itself, and also not in the description of the article. You know what I mean? And with a newsletter you can do that. So you have just more flexibility. Also, needless to say, I have a small email server, like I host my email myself. So if you sign up to a newsletter, think about like my stuff landing in your spam folder, or you not being able to receive it at all if you use a big email provider, because they, of course, they sometimes block small email providers or classify their stuff as spam. So yeah, think about that. So if you have a email from a like smaller provider, maybe you want to use that, right? So yeah, I also don't send like not certifications, like I don't like the software I use doesn't send like, oh, you have been subscribed to the newsletter emails. So yeah, that's also something to keep in mind. So yeah, all right, so that's it. Again, feel free to subscribe to it if you want to, if you care about like the kind of more in-depth stuff which I kind of create or whatnot. So yeah, because this will mostly land on my website now. Also, if you want to, you can just, of course, also send me a message. And if you write in this message you want to receive the newsletter, I'll also add too. So I mean, it's just, the newsletter thing is just a list of emails, and which I send emails to. I mean, that's email addresses which I send emails to. So yeah, it's really just that. All right, so I think that's it. That's all I wanted to kind of share in this video. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day.